Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 10 most liberal states in the United States. The political landscape in the United States is often defined by the ideological divide between liberals and conservatives. This divide is reflected in the way states vote during elections, with some states being considered as more liberal or conservative than others. The concept of red and blue states, where red states are generally seen as more conservative and blue states as more liberal, has become a popular way to categorize states based on their political leanings. The identification of a state as liberal or conservative is often tied to the values of the two major political parties, Republicans and Democrats. While Republicans are traditionally seen as the party of conservatism, Democrats are considered more liberal in their views. This translates into policy positions that tend to be more progressive, such as support for universal healthcare, gun control, and environmental protection. It is important to remember that individual voters can hold a wide range of political beliefs, regardless of the state they live in. Each state within the United States varies drastically in its political ideology. Watch this video till the end to discover the most liberal states in the U.S. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 most liberal states in the United States. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 most liberal states in the United States. Number 10. Illinois. Illinois is also a democratically controlled state. This central state has a total voter population of about 12.6 million, roughly 27% of whom align with the Democratic Party. Per the 2022 election, the entire Illinois General Assembly is Democrat-led, the state Senate has 72 Democratic senators, and the House has 41 Democratic representatives. The state's governor is also part of the Democratic Party, giving Illinois a trifecta status. Number 9. Connecticut. Connecticut has recently become a popular area for liberals and Democrats. This state's voting population is about 3.63 million, and 27% of its voters consider themselves part of the Democratic Party. In addition, the state's House of Representatives, Senate, and governor positions are all currently democratically controlled. Number 8. New Jersey. New Jersey is another democratically controlled state. It has a voting population of about 9.26 million people, and 27% of these voters identify themselves as liberal-leaning. The state's General Assembly, Senate, and governor positions are all currently democratically controlled, though all the Senate and General Assembly seats are up for re-election in 2023. Additionally, the state's Attorney General and Secretary of State are also Democrats, making this state both a government trifecta and a government triplex. Number 7. Hawaii. Hawaii is another one of the most liberal states in America. This state has a population of about 1.44 million, and 28% of its voters align with liberal ideology. While Hawaii's House of Representatives did lose 2 seats to the Republican Party in 2022, it still remains a Democratic supermajority. Hawaii's state Senate also lost 1 seat to the Republican Party in 2022 but still remains a Democratic supermajority. Retaining a Democratic governor, Hawaii's trifecta status makes it one of the most liberal states in the nation. Number 6. Oregon. Oregon is another popular choice among liberal voters on the West Coast. This state is home to about 4.24 million residents, 30% of whom describe themselves as Democratic voters. Oregon's governing bodies are all liberally controlled, though the splits within the House and Senate are slightly narrower than other states on this list. Number 5. California. Liberals from across the country have always flocked to California. This West Coast state boasts a voting population of about 39 million, and roughly 29% of its voters identify as Democrats. According to the most recent election data, California also has a Democratic supermajority in both the Senate and state assembly. With a well-established Democratic governor, California is another West Coast state with Democratic trifecta status. Number 4. New York. New York is well known for being popular among liberals and Democrats. Though the state Senate did recently lose 1 vacant seat to the Republican Party in 2022, it still has 42 representatives in the Democratic Party. This keeps the state Senate liberally controlled. Democrats also hold the majority of the state assembly, with 102 Democratic senators in place as of January 2023. Additionally, the state governor is part of the Democratic Party, maintaining New York's status as a Democratic trifecta. Number 3. Washington. Washington is the most liberal state on America's West Coast. This state is home to roughly 7.8 million residents, about 31% of whom identify as liberal voters. The state Senate is controlled by the Democratic Party, which holds 9 more seats than its Republican counterparts. Democrats also control the state's House, which has a total of 58 Democratic representatives. Additionally, the state's governor is a member of the Democratic Party, making Washington another state with a liberal trifecta. Number 2. Maine. The second most liberal state in America is Maine. This coastal state has a voting population of about 1.4 million, and 33% of these voters consider themselves Democrats. In addition, both its state Senate and House of Representatives are democratically controlled, and its governor's seat is currently also held by the Democratic Party. Overall, this makes Maine one of the strongest liberal states in the nation. Number 1. Massachusetts. Massachusetts is the most liberal state in the United States. According to a 2018 study performed by Gallup, roughly 35% of Massachusetts voters identify as Democrats, which is the highest percentage of any state, and its effects can be seen in its Democratic trifecta. All 3 of the state's governing bodies, the Senate, House of Representatives, and governor's position, are democratically controlled. And both the Senate and House of Representatives hold a Democratic supermajority. This makes Massachusetts the number 1 place in America for voters with more liberal ideologies. So, which is your favorite places among the top 10 most liberal states in the United States? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite places among the top 10 most liberal states in the United States in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I'm sure others would too.